All right, welcome to the varsity broadcast. We are recognizing our seniors. First out is Cohen Kindred. Sounds like Cohen plans on going into the trades after he graduates. It sounds like he wants to be an electrician. Cohen Kindred. Jackson Cross coming out next for the Knights. There's Jackson coming out, getting his photo taken. Having his song that he picked playing. Jackson plans on going to college next year. Jackson Cross, number 6. Reese Erickson comes out next for the Knights. Here comes Reese, number 9. Stop out there to get his photo taken. Making his way over to the bench to shake hands with his coaches. So they said that Reese plans on going to school at NDSU next year, and his favorite hockey memory is just a hotel in Bemidji with no details. His favorite people are his parents, he said. Next out, Jake Dinius. Captain Jake gets his photo taken there. Makes it over to his coaches. See what we hear about Jake here.
What were his plans for next year? I didn't hear.
Okay, I believe it sounds like Jake Dinius is planning on attending the University of Minnesota next year. Remy Lowitz is next. Here comes Remy. Shaking his coach's hands. So Remy Lovitz is playing. Did you see that? So Remy Lovitz is planning on going to college next year, and Jake Dinius gave him a fake mooning out there, which is funny now, but we'll leave it at that. On to the ice now. Henry Postema, number 24. Henry making his way over to shake hands with his coaches. We'll see what Henry's future plans are. Sounds like his plans are going to college and possibly joining the Coast Guard. And he looks up to his father the most, he says. Next out on the ice is Owen Westerman. Owen, who's missed 13 games this year with injury, he's back tonight to start against Buffalo. You heard Coach Hinderman during the JV game at the start talking to us. So Owen also plans to go to NDSU. Said his favorite memories are tying Minnetonka his sophomore year. Owen Westerman. Next out of the ice should be Noah Sutliff, since for those of you doing deductive reasoning, we're going in numerical order. Noah Sutliff having his picture taken, making his way to the bench. Noah, who's had to play a lot of games this year, actually. Noah planning to attend UMD next year. Noah says the person he looks up to is his father. Next out to the ice, Jacob Bateson. Jacob getting his photo taken, making his way over to the bench. I didn't hear the school there, but it said that Jacob plans on going to college in accounting. So Jacob saying that who he looks up to most is his father. And that is our senior night ceremony. Appreciate you all, Knights fans. Hang on. Oh, we got the Knights mascot here tonight. And the Knights band is also here, so stay tuned. We'll be back in a few moments with warm-ups. Appreciate all of you for watching exclusive coverage of Knights hockey on the St. Michael Albertville Global Hockey Network. Stay tuned, more to come. Soon be the start of our contest. We'll be playing some hockey soon. Thanks for watching, Knights fans. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Now you can hear me? Now you can hear me.
Hello and welcome, Knights fans, to tonight's varsity broadcast versus Buffalo. We'd like to take a moment and introduce our crew. Our executive producer of tonight's broadcast is Dylan Kiner. Our spotlight operator is Larry Matheson. Apparently he's testing the spotlight out there. Our camera operator tonight will be Olivia Sutliff. Our color commentator will be Ben Monahan. I'm Jeff Story doing play-by-play. We'd like to thank you all for joining us. Ben, thank you for being on the broadcast here this evening.
Yeah,
appreciate all the insights you bring.
Yeah, Jeff, thanks for having me. I'm excited for tonight. This is obviously a fun matchup. The big rivalry game, right? Everybody looks game, so this should be a fun one. These kids know each other. They've played against each other. Know each other. Growing up as youth players, and now you get to play in high school. You're in the same section, so a lot of things at stake. A lot of bragging rights, a lot of pride, some section implications. Teams here. Buffalo's been struggling lately. I think there's a loss to Hopkins and maybe a loss, I believe, to Spring Lake Park as well. So things are not going in the right direction for them. Obviously, the Knights have coming off of a couple losses, but to some juggernauts, right? I mean, you're playing number one Minnetonka. You're losing 18-0. We can talk all we want about that game. St. Thomas recruit gets the 18th goal of the game. Javon Morty of M recruit gets the 17th assist. So, and then Wayzata, 8-2 loss. We had them most of the third period, 1-1, kind of a good game. And then they took over the last 3-4 minutes of the first period and kind of went on from there. But I expect probably a hard physical game tonight. I expect a 1-2 goal game. Should be close, should be fun. Looks like a good atmosphere. We got the band in town here. I don't know the school song, but maybe we should figure it out. And I'm excited, Jeff. This will be fun. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We always appreciate having you, all the insights and all the knowledge that you bring. So it's wonderful to listen to. Looks like our starting lineups tonight are going to be a little mixed up so we can get our seniors out on the ice here as well. And it appears that Owen Westerman is returning to the ice after missing 13 games due to injury.
Awesome. Good for him. Yeah, I don't know his exact injury, but some type of knee injury. So good to have him back. You want to make sure you got two healthy goalies going into playoffs. So that's a big piece of the puzzle back. I know they're alternating games, but Noah had played the last 13 games in a row. He probably is due for a rest anyways. That's a lot to ask of a kid, especially when you're seeing 60 shots game in and game out with the Edinas, Wayzatas, Minnetonkas of the world. So nice to have Owen back. And yeah, senior night's always a fun night. We must have 3 more home games left, I think, probably. I'm not sure
there's
why
the band going
for a senior night, but we still got Bemidji at home on Saturday, and I think we still got to bring the Hornets to town. So they're always excited to make the trip up here to Wright County.
So the referees make their way out onto the ice. We'll have our junior captains that will be coming out in a few moments. If you want to make sure to introduce them, Ben, as that happens here tonight, we'd appreciate that. Got the band down there keeping us entertained.
Do we not have a mic team out here tonight? No mic team tonight, huh?
No mic team tonight.
Oh, we got a hostile crowd here tonight, Jeff, giving the booze right out of the gate. Lights off. Good thing I can still see well. We're going to have some Knights come on the ice here. Here come our Knights junior captains from the Squirt B2 blue team. Jackson McClintock, Freddie Sperlazza, and Chase Hilmer. They're getting the crowd amped up. There we go. So again, that is from our Squirt B2 blue team. Jackson McClintock, Freddie Sperlazza, and Chase Hilmer.
Thank you for taking care of that there, Ben. You see our junior captains all excited out there on the ice, waving the Knights flag as they go around. And here come the Knights. I talked to Owen a little bit before the game and that stuff, and he was very focused. He didn't even want to really talk much. He was just like, I asked him what you do. He goes, I'm concentrating on the game, trying to see how things are going to go in my mind. And
I think he's probably been pretty excited to get back on the ice, but to come back for this game, I think is probably a little extra adrenaline inside of him right now. Probably need him to sort of just calm himself down before the game, get focused, get ready. He knows it's a big game. I mean, if we can win this game, it keeps us out of that 8-9 matchup maybe. So there's a lot at stake here, but he's been sitting chomping at the bit. It's his senior year. He's only played, 3-4 games, I think, on the year. So, yeah, I'm sure he's amped up, ready to go, and you just need him to kind of relax. Let him see the puck the first few shots, get him into the game, and sit back, and let's see what he can do.
So we have the introduction of the Buffalo starters right now. Introduction of the Bison starters there.
That Tiernan was pretty good against us in Buffalo. That number 27, Eli Tiernan.
Junior captains making their way out to the blue line. Nice to see Owen back. Owen Westman starting in goal tonight. Jackson Cross. Caden Clark. Ready. Lovitz. Cohen Kenyon starting on the other. And at center, Jake Dinius.
I don't know if you noticed, Jeff, but number 5 is using a wood stick. Cohen Kingern has a wood stick on.
And now I'll have our national anthem. There we go. Lights are back on. 17 minutes on the clock, and we're getting ready to play some hockey. Both teams heading to their respective benches. Off to their respective nets they go. That was the St. Michael Albertville band
How
that
about
was
now?
playing the national anthem there.
How about now? Good, good. Still paying Dylan with Reese's peanut butter cups, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, yeah, Dylan, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Tonight he changed to Fanta from his normal lemonade, along with, he had to get his pretzel with cheese.
Well, we actually just announced names, Jeff, and now we have a different D pair out there, so keeping us on our toes.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So we got Couette and Johnson out there on the defense. So Lobitz with it along the far side boards. Taken away by Buffalo. Up and out into neutral ice, cross center line, into the Knights defensive zone. Back around behind the net, far side boards. Lobitz able to get a stick on it and pass it up and down the ice. Buffalo quickly grabbing it there behind their own net. Their captain, number 27. Had it, passed it over, up
That's
to
not
Klaus.
good. Five skated up the ice by himself the whole way. And it almost went in the net as you look down. 14's got to be better on that forecheck. Can't let five skate all the way up. I think he's a defenseman. Skates it all the way up the zone, gets to the top of the circle, lets that shot go. And I think you look down, but it actually popped up and over Westerman's head and landed right on the back of the net.
Yeah, Coy Meyer for Buffalo there. So here we go. Neutral ice dumped back into the Knights defensive zone. Clark grabs it there for the Knights. Clark sending it up to Waller. Gets past him. Back and forth it goes. Buffalo with it again into the Knights defensive zone. Far side shot deflected away by Westerman with the ricochet. Waller comes out with it. Braden backhands it up the ice. Right to a Buffalo player. They dump it right down in again. Stopped there by Clark. Coming towards the near side. Has it taken away. Turn spin shot knocked away by Westerman. Far side boards. Both teams fighting for it. Kept in there by Buffalo. Cross tried to send it out there and finally does there. Esterberg keeping some pressure on, but quick long pass up for Buffalo and dumping it down into the Knights defensive zone. Icing.
Yeah, we got that ice because Hinderman complained about the first one. I think he was a stick length away there. He was a stick length away the first time. So sometimes you bark at the refs. You know what you're going to maybe get in the you might get the next call, which we just did. So that's a big icing. We got to get some pressure here, Jeff.
So Antoine was going to take the faceoff. It's switched down. So Volkanot steps in, takes the faceoff for the Knights. Behind their own net, go the Bison towards the near side boards. Into neutral ice. Postema dumping it in for the Knights. It goes around, stopped behind the net. Passed over near side boards. Postema getting over there. And Johnson sends it to the far side corner. Buffalo with it, kept in, no into neutral ice now. Pass across into the Knights defensive zone. Stopped there by Monahan, who dumps it up and sends it down the ice. Icing call. 14:45.
That shot might have been one of that, what movie was it? I think Major League or whatever. When he says just a bit outside.
The old Bobber Euchre call. So drop the puck in the Knights defensive zone. Diddy is stepping in, takes the faceoff. Cross to Hogan. Hogan with the pass. It's turned over. Buffalo with it. They send the pass down in, but Cross gets it off the turnover there. Couette back to Hogan. It gets past him. Buffalo grabbing it, dumping it into the Knights defensive zone. Cross there again to stop it. Dinius overlaying a blow. Hogan gives a blow as the puck goes down the ice. Cleared out by Buffalo. Neutral ice. Kindred dumps it in. One of the things Coach Hinderman did say is that he expected his players, he was preaching to have a physical game here tonight. And he
Yeah, I think
expected
that's
to have
one
a
thing that
physical.
they've tried to do almost every game is try and bring that physical presence.
Westerman stopped out there. Cross tried to get it out, and it goes up into the nets. That's one of the things when I talk to him, he's always talking about teaching his players to play through.
Yeah.
Remy Lovitz taking the face off here. Puck drops. Johnson fighting for it there, goes down into the corner. Towards the net comes Buffalo, broken up by Lovitz. Esterberg dumping it down the ice, chasing after it. Around the player, jumps in, delivers, takes that player into the boards as he's able to get it off to Lovitz. He kicked it over with his skate to get it to Lovitz, but through neutral ice we come. Buffalo dumping it in near side boards. It makes it behind the net. Johnson there. Johnson fighting for it. Johnson able to kick it over, and nice move by Johnson to be able to throw it the stick over, but it's kept in by Buffalo, who dumps it back into the near side boards. Lovitz up to Braden Waller. Brawler to Esterberg. Esterberg tried to get it back to Waller there. It went off of a Buffalo player, but back up to the blue line. Clark sends it across to the near side and cleared out by Buffalo. Johnson there right on the spot. He got his body in position to stop it, but Buffalo gets that pass. They bring it back in, and Johnson says hello to one of the Buffalo players, and the referees are going to have none of that. It looks like they're going to send them both.
We're going to take both there, 5 and 4. Both are going to go to the box.
That seemed more like one of those they called it because they want to keep control of the game more than there was so much contact there.
I think it's one of those where kind of don't let one get away with one, or don't let it go and let it get out of hand early.
Sure. So Monahan with the puck, he gets it up to Volkanot. Volkanot quickly into the zone, has it stripped away by Buffalo.
That's got to get deep
Pass
there,
it
Jeff.
up. Into the Knights defensive zone, far side along the boards. Cross grabbing it behind his own net towards the near side. Cross gets it back to Monahan. Monahan over to Erickson. Erickson sends it across to the far side defensive zone. They try to center it in. Shot knocked away by Westerman. Antoine with it behind his own net. Antoine up to Volkanot. Volkanot vertically up into the offensive zone. Still has it. Passed over for Erickson, but it got past him. And Buffalo clearing it out. Neutral ice. Dumping into the Knights. Defensive zone. Makes it behind the net. Westerman stops it there. Puck sitting alone behind the net. Was knocked over by Couette to Cohen. Kindred to Dinius. Dinius sends it down the ice. Dinius chasing after it. Goalie steps out, back passes it to one of his skaters, and they just vertically send it down the ice for an icing call.
Jeff, we're still sitting on a goose egg for shots. There's things here that, like that last shift, when you get a nice line rush, we gain zone entry. The last thing you want is that turnover inside the blue or right at the blue, top of the circle. You want to make sure we gain that zone, get some zone possession here, some offensive zone pressure, get pucks to the net.
So Dinius takes that face off. The puck makes it over to the far side. Defensive zone, back to the near side. Vertical pass up into neutral ice. Clark grabs it there. Sends it forward right to a Bison. Then it's turned over to Couette. Turned over back to Buffalo. Back into the Knights. Defensive zone, near side towards the corner. Clark fighting for it there for the Knights. Buffalo comes out with it, and it was stripped away by Couette. Clark sets it off the boards from the blue line, sent in, and it goes off of Clark. Loose puck picked up by Dinius. He gets it forward to Couette. Couette dumps it into the offensive zone. Change of skaters for the Knights as they sent that forward. Across the far side boards and kept in by Remy Lovitz. Cleared out. Goes right to Monahan. Monahan forward to Lovitz. Lovitz touches it. Off the redirect, goes to a Buffalo player. Into the defensive zone it comes. Far side board sent down behind the net. Pass up to the blue line, shot, and goal.
So, Jeff, a lot of that starts back here in the neutral ice. We put no pressure on them. They gain the zone. It's puck entry, and nothing much good happening.
Cooper Murphy with a goal there for the Bison, and it looks like they're sending Cooper Murphy into the penalty box, actually. He came jumping into the student section and was celebrating, and then as he went into the penalty box, the student section for the Knights stood up and started kind of screaming, and then he gave them we'll just call it a wave. 10:16 left period one. Knights will go on the power play. So Lobit stepping in to take the face off. Puck drops. It gets dumped into the Knights' defensive zone. Westerman steps out to stop it. Couette grabs it from behind his own net. Comes near side, passes over to Waller, back to Couette. Long pass up to Lobitz. Into the offensive zone and whistle. Two minutes for misconduct, they said there on Murphy. So 1:42 left on the power play. Couette with the puck. Turns, he spins, passes over to Lobitz, far side. Lobitz vertically coming forward. Has it stripped away. It goes off of a player in the bench, but they don't call it. They let it keep playing. Down the ice it goes into the Knights' defensive zone. Stopped there by Westerman. Couette vertically up he comes. Long pass to Esterberg. Ester, the offensive zone, has it stripped away, but Lobitz stops it at the blue line. Back to Couette. From point, shotted. Ricochets off the goalie, and Couette stops it there, but has it taken away at the blue line and down in the Knights' defensive zone. Shot, and I think Braden Waller got a stick on that. Knights coming back into the offensive zone. Esterberg with it, takes a shot. It's just high. 49 seconds left. Standing room only here for senior night at the arena. Esterberg, far side up the boards. He sends it. Couette back to Esterberg along the far side boards to Dinius at point. Jake Dinius marching forward. Dinius pass to Couette. 27 seconds left. Couette has it stripped away, and Buffalo dumps it down the ice. And the Knights got caught out of position there. Westman sent it up the boards. He was away from the net and grabbed by Buffalo, and they dumped it in very smartly. Brandon Roldenwald just grabbed it and put it right on net. Westerman was not be able to recover in time.
I better just be quiet, Jeff. I don't think you want me to say anything right now. I'm actually going to be the devil's advocate. Their penalty shouldn't be a penalty. The kid had some fun. Our crowd's giving him, they're razzing him, and he comes in. Like, I don't think that shouldn't be a penalty, but to then have what just happened is
oh boy. We're going to have a timeout here for the Knights. So the Knights with a little timeout there to regroup. They find themselves down 2-0 here. Period 1, 8:31 left in the period. Buffalo with momentum.
And the Knights make it back out onto the ice here. Antoine will take the face-off here. Puck drops. Into the Knights' defensive zone. Cam Buffalo was knocked away by Cross. Clark sends a long pass up the ice to Vokanon, who hands it off to Bateson. And we're going to have an offsides call. Drop the puck. Neutral ice just outside the Knights' offensive zone, far side. Antoine stepping in to take the face-off. Bateson to his left. Vokanon to his right, and it came to Cross. He sent it off of Vokanon. Makes it over to Clark. Clark sends it forward to Bateson. Bateson tips it, and it makes it into the Knights' offensive zone. Sent behind their own net. Bison with a long pass up the ice. Clark steps in to stop it and keeps it in. Tries to get over to Bateson, but kind of lost the handle on the stick there. And now we have a whole lot of back and forth at center ice, and Buffalo bringing in. Shot. Westerman gets a stick out there and knocks it into the netting.
Jeff, we got 7 minutes and 41 seconds to find some type of positive in this period, and we haven't had it yet, so they got to do something. This team, I don't know. We're getting outworked by an average Buffalo team right now.
So Lobitz taking the face off there. Buffalo has it from the blue line near side. Sent it, ricochets off. They get another shot there, and Couette takes it off the body, and down he goes. Back up he jumps. Puck along the far side. Both players trying to get it. Lobitz takes a shot from behind, and Johnson grabs it and just sends it up to Esterberg. Esterberg in the offensive zone. Took a shot on it, ricochets off. Waller was there, but he couldn't get it. Comes back to Lobitz on the near side. Lobitz trying to grab that puck. He centers it up. Shot from Waller. Deflects off over to the far side. Into neutral ice it comes. Lobitz right there. Puck makes it to Johnson, and Johnson dumps it back in. Behind their own net, they send it far side corner. Up the ice, quick pass, and down it comes. It was touched. Westerman stops it there, hands it off. Johnson sends it up the ice, and we'll have an icing call. 6:47 left, period one. You know, there was all this excitement and all that right away, and then it's also just
yeah, well, you lose that. It's a game of momentums, right? So right now the Knights got to find something to get. They got a couple shots off there, but they got to find something going in the right direction here to build up a momentum. Tilt the ice back to our side.
So here we go. Dinius taking the face-off for the Knights. Shot there by the Bison off of Westerman and sent down the ice by Kindred. It goes right to the goalie, who stops it and hands it off. Near side pass up the near side boards. Dinius applying pressure into neutral ice and dumped back in by Monahan. Bounces off the back wall, and we have an icing call. 6:27 left, period one. Drop that puck in the Knights' defensive zone on the near side here. Looks like Dinius will step in to take the face off. Puck drops. From the blue line, it's sent. It goes off of Hogan's leg. Hogan hustling down, apply some pressure. Puck flying all over the place. Buffalo just hustling to it. You're right, they out hustling. Sent in, Westerman puts a stick down and stops it. Dinius gets it, sends it over to Kindred. Gets it back to Dinius. Dinius into the offensive zone. He gets it over for Clark. Clark just a little too far. Sends it over the near side boards. Buffalo comes out with it. Pass up to neutral ice. Far side blue line. Shot on. Westerman knocks it away. Passed off the back wall there. Grabbed by Monahan. Monahan off the near side boards down the ice. Right at the goalie. Stops it. And the near side boards. Antoine there. Hustling it up was Couette. Got a stick on it. Rainbow down behind the net. Buffalo grabs it and vertically up they send it. Stopped by Cross. With a stick out, it goes up into the score box.
Right now, I mean, if I'm a coach over there, Jeff, I'm hoping that we can get the momentum going, like I said. But at the same time, I kind of want to just get to the period right now down 2-0. We can't seem to stack shifts. That's the thing that they say. Try and string a couple shifts together, stack them together. We can't seem to do that right now. We got to get in there, regroup. Hopefully only down 2-0.
So Buffalo into neutral ice into the Knights defensive zone near side, centered over. Tried getting it over to the backside. Knights able to disrupt there. Pass down, it goes behind the net. Cross grabbing it there, far side boards. Cross swing a couple times, missed, and Antoine dumps it into neutral ice. Then it's sent right back at Westerman, puts a stick down, stops it, sends it over to Johnson. Johnson to Couette up to Esterberg, neutral ice, back passes it to Lobitz. Lobitz into the offensive zone. Lobitz, a round one skater, towards the net, took the shot, deflected away. Near side boards, Esterberg there to grab it. He tries to send it to the corner. It's knocked up, but kept in by Johnson, who dumps it down off the back wall, makes it over to the far side, sent behind the net now. Lobitz centers over. Had Braden Waller there. It ricocheted off of him. Esterberg fought to keep that in, but it made it to neutral ice. Lobitz with it, dumps it back forward. And right to a Buffalo player. Buffalo with a few quick passes into the Knights defensive zone. Johnson grabs it there, sends it forward. Buffalo grabs it back. From the blue line far side, they center it in. It goes off of Esterberg. Clark able to get the puck in up to Lobitz. Lobitz into the offensive zone. Sends it forward, and we have a whistle. Offsides. 3:43. Knights need to find that energy and pull it back, get that momentum going here. Kindred out on the ice with Dinius, Hogan, Monahan, and Couette behind them, respectively. Puck drops. It goes into the Knights' offensive zone. Behind the net. Passed over to the far side boards. Ricocheted off the near side boards in the Knights' defensive zone. Thrown forward. Westerman gets it and throws it around his own net to the far side. Kindred there to neutral ice. Down into the offensive zone. Hogan hustling it up to grab it. Hogan takes a shot, but able to send it back behind the net. Unfortunately, a Bison there. He sends it up the ice. It gets touched. Monahan able to deliver a blow. Sends it behind his own net to the near side. Hogan gets a stick on it over to Couette behind his own net. Couette to the far side. To Kindred. Kindred went to send it, and a Buffalo player got a stick on it. Behind the net, they take it. Nice pass back. Shot went wide behind the net to the far side. Kindred getting it into neutral ice, and he just dumps it hard down around, and we're going to have a change of skaters for the Knights. Buffalo grabbing it. Long pass up into neutral ice, into the Knights' defensive zone, near side. Tried to center it, and Cross got a stick on it, so it's stuck there. It comes back to Cross, sends protected at the blue line by the Bison. They send it forward, and it goes off across. Tried to center it in. Dinius grabs it there. Buffalo still grabbing that puck consistently there. Johnson, as he takes a shot, sent it forward. Comes back down around the net, behind it. Buffalo there, and it sits out there. Westerman puts a stick out, knocks it away. And Esterberg able to get a stick on it, but kept in by Buffalo. If it wasn't, they had to back away. And Johnson sends it up for Esterberg near side. Esterberg sends it forward, down. Stopped by the goalie behind the net. Puck sitting out there, far side. Buffalo forward, cross center ice into the Knights' defensive zone. Far side corner, centered up, shot knocked away by Westwood. He pulls it back and covers. 1:36 left, period one.
Like I said, we just got to get to the locker room right now. Settle everything down, come back out, win the second period, and go from there.
They look a little discombobulated.
That's not sure anything really looks good right now.
So into the Knights' offensive zone. Waller hustling, and Waller gets it. Waller takes a shot. Goes just wide, kept in by Couette, sends it forward. Picked off by Buffalo into neutral ice. Fast he comes up the ice towards the net. Tries to get around him. Clark just steps in and knocks that away, but Buffalo gets it back, takes a shot. Ricochets away by Westerman. 1:11 left in the period. Waller trying to get down the ice and being held there. So he stops and jumps into the bench. It's in the Knights offensive zone. Antoine able to get it over to Volkanov. Volkanov with a shot just wide, ricochets off, followed up by Johnson there. Looks like it went wide there too as well, but Buffalo bringing it back to the Knights defensive zone. Johnson hustling back, man. He was quick getting back there. Volkanov sent it back to Johnson in the corner. 44 seconds back to Volkanov. Sends it off the far side boards into neutral ice. Volkanov with that puck into the offensive zone. He comes, turns, he spins. He's got about a 1-on-3 there. And Johnson took a hit as he jumped up to stop it. He stops that one too. Goes through one check, takes another. From the blue line, Antoine sending it down around the net. Erickson passing it up. Volkanov got a stick on it, but it got away from him. 14 seconds left in the period. Quickly comes Buffalo into the Knights defensive zone. Towards the center, back passes towards the net. Shot on, deflected away. Erickson comes out with it. Erickson into neutral ice. Erickson into the offensive zone, and that is the end of the period. It seemed like the Knights couldn't get to that end of the period fast enough there.
Yeah, they like I said, they need to settle down. Coaching staff looks a little confused over there. Kids look a little discombobulated, like you said. Not a whole lot of good you can take out of that period. The goals that they let in, Westerman didn't see the one. Second one was maybe on him for trying to play the puck, but still, you get outshot 11-4. Not a lot of good you can even take.
Whew.
It just doesn't seem like there's much of any sort of rhyme or reason to what they're doing. They're kind of just running around, throwing pucks on net from bad angles, missing the net left and right. They got to get a little bit of structure going, a little bit of systems, and stay disciplined on the ice. Like I said, the one goal's nobody pressuring in the neutral ice. You see the one kid skating the puck up end to end as a defenseman, nobody pressuring him. You gotta, this game's hard, and you gotta work hard. If not, they're gonna work harder than you.
Well, it looks like we also have we possibly have a few of the.
You want me to? You got this?
Yeah, you go ahead and take it.
Who do we got here?
Absolutely. Come on around. I'll take my headset off.
We got, who do we got here? Which one are you?
Jackson McClintock.
How you doing, bud?
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
I can't hear you, but you can hear me. Is that correct?
No.
Can you hear me?
A little
Can you
bit.
hear me in your headset? Okay.
A little bit.
So we're gonna look at the screen here. Jackson, you're on the Squirt B2 blue team. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite moment of the season so far?
When we played Hutchinson for the second time.
When you played who? Hutchinson?
Yeah.
Why was that your favorite moment of the season?
Because we got them 3-4, and I was the only one to get the goals.
Nice, that's awesome. You
Yeah.
played just this last weekend here. I think I saw you score a goal. Was that against your own STMA team? Is that who you played? And
Yeah.
I think you had a goal. You celebrated in the glass, right? Is that correct? Yeah. What's your
Yep.
go-to goal selling?
I don't
You
really
don't have
know.
one?
No.
Who's your favorite NHL player?
Kirill Kaprizov.
Kaprizov. That's awesome. You want to be Kirill someday? Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's been the favorite out-of-town moment this year? Have you had an out-of-town tournament yet?
Well, no.
Or do you guys get to go have one?
Yeah, we're going to
You're going
Fargo.
to Fargo? Awesome. When do you guys go there?
Next weekend.
Awesome. Jackson, I wish you nothing but the best the rest of the year. We're going to bring on, are these your other two teammates? Is
Yeah.
that these two guys right here? Let's bring on Freddie. Hop on up, Freddie. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
I can't hear you in my headset, but you can hear me, so we'll work through this, okay? Freddie, what position do you play? Are you
I can't
a
really hear
forward
you.
or a defenseman?
I can't hear
You can't hear me?
Not really.
You play. Throw those back on. Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah.
You can hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you play forward or D?
What?
Do you play forward or defenseman?
Forward.
Forward? What's been your favorite moment of the year so far?
What'd you say?
What's been your favorite part of the season so far?
Scoring a breakaway goal against Monticello.
And do you have a favorite NHL player?
Connor McDavid.
Who's that?
Connor McDavid.
Connor McDavid. That's a good one to have, yeah. Do you have a go-to goal celly when you score?
I don't really do sellies.
You don't do cellies? You just kind of put your hands up and celebrate with your teammates? Awesome. And I hear you got a tournament coming up in Fargo. Are you excited to go there? You got to bring the knee hockey sticks and cause ruckus?
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, let's bring Chase up here, okay? Good luck the rest of the year, Freddie.
Okay.
Chase, how are you doing, bud?
Good.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
What's been your favorite part of the season so far?
Just kind of hanging out with my team.
What position do you play, forward or D?
Right D.
What's that?
Right D.
Right D? And who is your favorite NHL player?
Connor McDavid.
Connor McDavid? Hey, make sure you look right at the camera. There you go. And do you what's the best game that you've had this year? Do you remember it?
Wait, what?
What's the best game you've had? What's the one game that sticks out today for the season?
Against Hutchinson, probably.
Which one?
Hutchinson.
Hutchinson? That's what a teammate here said. Do you have a go-to goal celly? When you score a goal, do you have a celly that you always do?
I can't hear.
Do you have a go-to goal celly? No? And I hear you're going to an out-of-town tournament soon. Are you excited? Hey, Chase, thanks for coming on. We wish you nothing but the best the rest of the year. Okay? Good luck, buddy.
Lay. Sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Kane is in the building.
Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Don't that shit that make you mad? They treat you like a slave, put chains all on your soul and put whips up on your back. They be lying through they teeth, hope you slip up off your path. I don't switch up, I just laugh, put my kicks up on they desk, unaffected by they threats, then get busy on they ass. See, that's how that Chi-Town made me, that's how my daddy raised me. That glittering may not be gold, don't let nobody play me. If you are my homeboy, you never have to pay me. Go on and put your hands up, when times is hard you stand up. LUP the man, cause a brand that the fans trust. So even if they ban
can't hear me. How about now? Can you hear me now? Now we're on. Good. All right, here we go. Here we go. Jeff, this is a Notre Dame fight song, if you didn't know that, by the way. I believe it's also the Hutchinson High School fight song. And that's where Grandma and Grandpa John and Holly Monahan went to school.
Yeah, that's also our fight song.
What's that?
It's also our fight
It
song.
is our fight song. You're correct. I think Notre Dame stole it from us. Oh, this is the most pep I've ever seen us come out with in the second period. Usually we come out look like we just got off of a nap.
All right, so the players make their way over to the benches. "17 minutes on the clock here. Eli Turnin, it really has it dialed up here for Buffalo. He has his team bringing a ton of energy, and he wins the faceoff there. Up the ice it goes, and he redirects it down into the Knights' defensive zone. Westerman sends it around the boards, far side. Esterberg gets it out to neutral ice, and Braden Waller shooting up the ice like a bullet. Takes the shot, it goes wide. He had Lobitz right over there next to him. Johnson sent it forward, but a Buffalo skater jumped up. Actually, it was Tierman. Stopped it. Knights able to clear it out quickly. Esterberg getting down the ice. He gets taken into the boards. Waller getting pushed from behind, and Couette behind him picks it up and shoots. There's the energy they're coming out with, a lot more of it. Johnson from the blue line, knocked away. Waller to Esterberg behind the net to the far side to Lobitz. Lobitz tried to center it in there, but at the blue line, Johnson stops it. Ricochets it off the back wall. Esterberg there gets it over to Lobitz. Lobitz with a shot goes wide. Takes a weird bounce off the glass. And down in the Knights' defensive zone, nice pass up by Remy Lobitz. Couette to Esterberg, back to Cohen Kindred. Shot off of a stick and up into the netting.
Well, we got the first shot on net. Puck's down in their end. Offensive zone draw, so we won the first minute and 14 seconds. Now we got stack shifts, like I said, so it's important to have a good shift here and another good shift and build that momentum in our direction.
Dinius taking the face-off here for the Knights. Gets to Hogan. Back to Clark, who took the shot. It bounced off of a few players. Clark keeps it in, but then it's plucked away and knocked away from him. But Clark takes it right back into the offensive zone. He goes. Far side corner. Behind the net. Along the near side boards towards the corner. Dinius got it and backhanded it towards the net. Off the far side wall and cleared out by Buffalo down into the Knights' defensive zone. Cross-grabbing it there. Behind his own net, near side. Tries to go around a player, and it gets turned over. Buffalo sends it across the far side wall. They take the shot, and Westerman grabs it out of the air. So 15:04 left, period 2. Knights bringing the energy back again. Levi Antoine stepping in to take the face-off for the Knights. From the blue line, the Bison have it. They march down the wall behind the net. Couette quickly gets over there, stops, spins, sends it behind his own net to Monahan, who sends it back behind to the near side, pass across to Vokanen. Vokanen up the ice, near side corner. Vokanen over to Clark, heads it back to Vokanen. Blue line to Monahan. Monahan with the shot. It goes off of a Bison player and down into the corner. Back up towards the blue line. It gets past Couette, and backing up Monahan turns, spins, and vertically sends it up. Picked off by Buffalo. Sent in, cleared out, sent back in. Westerman stops it behind his own net. Monahan grabbing it there, sending off the far side boards. Redirected by Bateson. It gets over to
Shoot the puck,
Volkanot towards the net.
All right.
Takes a shot, it deflects off, and Volkanot went hard off the back wall there, but remains in. Shot on. Westerman knocks it away to the near side wall. Down to the corner, off the boards on the near side, up to center ice. Buffalo grabbing it. And we're going to have a tripping penalty on the Knights, it appears. Lind was making it back into the Knights' defensive zone. They were fighting for the puck. Waller was going after the puck, but unfortunately he got a skate and pulled him down. So the Knights will be on the penalty at the 13:40 mark. You can hear the amount of Buffalo fans here doing the chant of "You can't do that" as Waller went to the penalty box. John Esterberg takes the face-off to the blue line. The near side boards, down the boards to the corner. Back down behind the net. Tried to center it up, and it looks like Clark got a stick on it. It makes it out to neutral ice. Passed over far side, back to the near side, cross center line into the Knights' defensive zone. Knocked away by Clark. Esterberg able to get a stick on it. Clark sends it off the far side wall. And Buffalo had it, lost it, and Esterberg bringing it into the offensive zone. Lobitz hustling down there. Lobitz tried to get it over to Esterberg right in front of the net. Puck sitting there, back to Lobitz. Shot deflects off the goalie, up and behind. Back to the blue line, short-handed. Couette shot deflects off. Puck sitting out there. Makes it over the near side corner. Esterberg keeping the pressure on. Buffalo clears it out. Across center ice into the Knights' defensive zone. Near side shot off of Westerman. Far side boards. 48 seconds left on that penalty. He tries the wraparound there. Westerman was ready for it. Behind the net, centered up. Couette stops it. Sends it back around the net. Far side boards. Down to the corner. Back up the boards. Towards the center and backhanded out by Remy Lobitz. Back in comes Buffalo. Far side. Corner centered over. Stopped by Johnson. Sends it forward, but it's kept in. Now that puck is making its way up, but it's slowed down.
Westerman needed to save that. He needed to glove that. This is where you've had 4 killers on the ice for 2 minutes right now.
Shot knocked away by Westerman. Near side boards. 2 seconds, 1 second, and the Knights are back at full strength.
We have 2 killers that have been on the ice for 3 for all 2 minutes of that. And that's where
shot safe.
That's where the bench has got to get that figured out. You got 14, 4, and 28 put in a 2-minute, 10-second shift, killing a penalty. When you get that deep on a kill, especially on a long change, they got to get to the bench, get fresh legs out there. Now they're gassed for the next 5 minutes.
So Dinny is stepping in to take the faceoff for the Knights in the defensive zone near side. Cross sends it behind the net. Hogan there with the puck. Far side sends a long pass up the ice. They say it's touched. They wave off the icing. Buffalo goalie steps out behind his own net, sends it over far side. Pass off. Here come Buffalo. It's Tiernan up the ice. Has it knocked away, but he gets it right back. Near side boards takes the shot. It's wide. Reason why he's a captain, man, he moves quick. Passes over to the near side. Vertical up. Back to Tiernan. Into the defensive zone. It's knocked away by Hogan, and we have a whistle. Looks like it's Dinius that's going. Boy, the Knights just got back to full strength, and now they go back on the penalty. I didn't see the penalty. I don't know if you did there.
What's that?
I didn't see the penalty. I don't know if you caught it there or not.
No.
It was kind of behind the play. Everything was moving out, and then the whistle blew. So 2 minutes, Dinius in. Roughing is the call. It was behind the play, whatever the action was that
Now you
happened
got
that
the
sent
same two
Dinius.
forward killers out here, Jeff, who are beyond gassed.
Centered in. Clark gets a stick on it. Goes to the far side. Back down to the corner. Up the boards on the far side. Back down towards the corner. Back up to the blue line. Pass across. Near side blue line. Down to the far side corner. Back up. Far side boards. Back to the corner. Gets away and Clark gets it. He sends it off the boards and down the ice. 1:17 and counting left on that penalty. 10:05 left in the period. Knights down 2-0. 8 shots on goal for the Knights. 14 shots on goal for Buffalo. From their own blue line with 1:05 left on the penalty. Passed forward into the Knights defensive zone near side. Down towards the corner. Intercepted by the Knights but taken back by Buffalo. Heading towards the net. They tried getting the backside pass there and see if they can get the back door. Went too far and Lobitz knocks it out and he gets past 2 players. And now we're going to have a penalty on Buffalo. Westerman quickly trying to get off the ice. Knights trying to get another skater on and centered in right to a Buffalo player before we can get a play.
4-on-4, then we'll go to the power play.
So it is the captain for the Bison who goes in the box. Tiernan. Puck drops. 4-on-4 hockey. Interference is the call. Buffalo takes it behind their own net. They stop along the far side corner. Hogan putting the pressure on. Hogan knocks it away. Gets it to Waller. Back to the blue line to Johnson. Sends it down to the far side corner. Waller centers in. Hogan goes to take the shot. It goes off of a Bison player. Up to the blue line to Couette. Cross the far side to Johnson. Back to point. Shot from there and save. Pulled right out of the air by Max Varner. So the Knights will go on the power play here in 7 seconds. Right now, 4-on-4. They'll go 5-on-4 for about 1:22 in 7 seconds here. Puck drops. Blue line, near side, sent from there by Couette. 2 seconds, 1 second. Knights are at full strength. That shot deflected away. Another shot. Johnson gets it back to the blue line to Couette. Couette, a pass far side to Lobitz. Lobitz with the shot and save. Johnson was skating forward, and one of the Buffalo players just threw Johnson into the goal, taking it off. We're at the 8:42 mark, and the Knights still have energy here.
They got energy this period. Yeah, we caught up in shots. I don't know if we've had anything quality. A lot of it's been coming from the outside, but the energy's there. This is a big minute 13. Be nice to get one here right out the power play. We got to cut that lead in half here before the end of the period.
So Couette kind of lost the edge of his skate, and Buffalo gets behind the defense, but quickly back was Lobitz. That shot was wide. Short-handed is Buffalo. Knights coming forward into the offensive zone. Esterberg near side boards as he marches down. He back passes to Couette. Blue line across the far side to Waller. Braden Waller goes to send it back to Couette, and Buffalo gets a stick on it. 45 seconds left on the power play. Forward we come. Waller into the offensive zone far side. Has it knocked forward, but it comes back to him. Around the net, back to the near side boards to Lobitz. Lobitz goes to send it. It goes off of a Buffalo skater. He takes it behind the net. He passes it back up, and it's nowhere near the skater, so the Knights will have to reset again. Forward it came, redirected by Esterberg, right to a Buffalo player who sends it back down the ice. 12 seconds left on the power play for the Knights. Couette with it, coming vertically forward. 5 seconds left on that power play. Sends it to Cross, who touches it. It goes down behind that, and now Buffalo's back at full strength. Puck is sitting at neutral ice. Jumped in by Dinius. Goes right towards the net. It's stopped there. Handed off. Turn spin sent over to the near side. Nice move there by the Buffalo skater. Goes in front of his own net. Now back behind his net. Fancy skating there off the far side boards. Goes right to Clark. Clark sends it vertically up for Dinius. Dinius to the near side to Monahan. Monahan had it. Neutral ice sits that puck dumped in by Hogan. Near side boards. Kindred had it. Got it to Hogan. Hogan sent it down to the corner. Buffalo grabbed it. Dinius takes it back, takes a shot. It gets knocked away. Comes around behind to the near side boards. Clark trying to keep the pressure on. Up into neutral ice. Grabbed by Monahan there. Easton turns, spins, gets it to Dinius. Dinius near side brings it vertically up to Kindred, who dumps it into the Knights' offensive zone. Buffalo grabs it there. Far side boards. They send it off the boards into neutral ice. Monahan dumps it back in. Postman will have to get out. He does. And back in he comes to put the pressure on. Passed over the near side. Buffalo with a long pass up, intercepted by Cross. Cross into the offensive zone. He dumps it off the back wall.
Big
Near
hit,
side
that got
boards.
the crowd going.
Cross back, grabs the puck. Up to Postma. Postma to Antoine. Antoine into the offensive
Another
zone.
big hit by
Antoine
Senior.
behind
Nice
that.
little
Back
play
pass
there.
and
Oh!
shot.
That was a nifty little backhand behind the back pass.
Cross with the puck at his own blue line off the near side boards. Knights keep the pressure on at the 5:30 mark. We have a whistle.
Couple big hits.
Offside.
Got the crowd going. Nice little behind the back pass there from Levi to Volkanen. Again, it'd be nice to get on the board here before this period ends.
Braden Waller stepping in to take the face off. Puck drops into the offensive zone. It goes. Quickly cleared out. Johnson stops, sends it up to Esterberg. He back passes to Lovitz. Lovitz goes around a check and now takes a shot. It goes wide and comes out. Johnson chasing it down for the Knights. Far side boards. He turns. Vertical pass up to Waller. Waller off to Cross. Cross sending it towards the corner and sends it into the actual corner of the arena. Up, out of play, around the backside of the netting and into kind of like the locker room area over there. 5:02 left on the clock, period 2. Knights down 2-0, but a lot more shots on goal. The overall shots on goal now are 14-13. Is only one shot differential. Knights need to get converted on one of these here. Couette goes to pass up. It's intercepted, turned over there, and shot knocked away by Westerman. Off the near side glass, up the ice. Esterberg there, bringing it into the offensive zone. Buffalo sends it up and picked off by Couette. Neutral ice, he gets it forward to Esterberg. Esterberg went to take the shot. It went off of a stick there. Back up to the blue line. Waller to Clark. Clark over to Couette, near side, marching towards the net. Tried to hit Esterberg on the backside for the back door. Picked off by Buffalo, and up the ice they come quickly into the Knights' defensive zone. Near side sent around by Clark. Neutral ice it comes to Esterberg. Esterberg passes it off the boards there, and back into the Knights' defensive zone comes Buffalo. Centering in pass, picked off by Esterberg. Puck makes it behind the net. Buffalo with it, far side corner. Back up to the blue line, near side, sent from there. It goes off of Clark's body. Mobitz grabs it across the center ice, up to Esterberg. Esterberg sent it forward right to a Buffalo player, not what he intended to do. Buffalo coming back into the Knights' defensive zone, pass to the backside. Comes back into the center. Couette is there. Rainbows up and over, and it looks like it hit the netting. And look, we're going to have a penalty here. We'll see who it's on. Looks like Clark is being sent in. I'm not sure I agree with that call because Clark was the one who received that blow. but he must have done something on the way down to the ground. So the Knights shorthanded now for the next 2 minutes. Dinius knocks it into center ice, picked off by Buffalo. Trying to see how you get a cross check as you're going backwards towards the ground, but must have happened previous to that. Far side boards, turn spins aggressively towards the net. Shot goes off of a couple of different players. Shot, Johnson steps out and takes it off his body, turn spins, sends it off the far side. A Buffalo player absorbs that shot and they keep it in. Towards the net comes Buffalo. Shot, it goes off of Cross. Buffalo grabs it back. They kept that in there. Shot, Westerman knocks it away. And Johnson grabs it, sends it up the ice. Dinius had it. And the Buffalo player grabs it and offsides on Buffalo. Griffin Lind and Johnson have a lot of competitive juice back and forth going right now.
Momentum has switched the other direction here.
So
Right now, you
112.
got to kill this off and then finish this period strong. Get some momentum going to the third.
Cross sends it forward and reached up, grabbed it, but Waller takes it back and takes a shot on.
It's kind of where most of our shots have come from, far and outside. And as somebody that's got a goalie in your family, you know that that's what you want to see, right?
So Braden Waller stepping in to take the face-off. 1:01 left on the penalty. 2:44 on the clock for the period. Buffalo gets that face-off behind their own net. Far side, vertically up they come. Across the blue line into neutral ice, into the Knights defensive zone on the far side along the boards towards the corner. Pass back up to the blue line. Down again along the boards. Marching, turn, spin, shooting. Goes off of a few players. Couette knocked it away. Buffalo keeps it there down behind the net. They send it, but Cross knocks it away. In the corner, both teams fighting for it. Couette sends it behind his own net. Cross off the near side's boards, up and out to neutral ice. 34 seconds left on that penalty for the Knights. Buffalo coming in on the near side into the Knights defensive zone. Braden Waller delivers a blow. Buffalo able to keep it, and they send it across the ice. Esterberg picks it off. Esterberg in the offensive zone. Esterberg with the shot. Deflects off. He passes it back to Braden Waller in the far side corner. Waller sends it off the near side boards. Goes in there, takes a shot, save. 1:49 left in the period. 5 seconds left on the penalty for the Knights. So we'll drop that puck. Knights offensive zone. See if we get some pressure on it and get a score here before the end of the period. Knights will be coming off that penalty hot here. You can see Clark standing up there in the penalty box, itching to get out. Both the referees are talking here, and they're making their way over to the...
I don't know what we got going on. Intermission talking to the refs. We talking so you guys can rest on the ice a little bit. I don't know what he's actually having them look at. If they thought Kaden Clark was in there for too long and he should be out by now. It doesn't look like there's any change or adjustment going to happen here.
Puck drops. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Lobitz has it near side corner. He has it taken away. Knights are back at full strength. Erickson coming onto the ice for the Knights. Clark headed to the bench. Esterberg keeping pressure on Bison, taking it around their own net, far side, up and into neutral ice. They come into the Knights defensive zone, far side. Pass back up the boards. Back down to the corner, behind the net. Knights send it over to the near side boards, defensive zone. Couette up to Lobitz, and we have a penalty again.
I think that's another penalty on the Knights. I didn't see that one. Again, maybe behind the play, but not
Johnson going into the penalty box. Knights just got off the penalty, and right back in they go. So Lobitz will take the face-off. We'll see what the call is. Again, it was another penalty that's behind the play. Two minutes for interference on Johnson there. Under a minute to play here, period 2. Knights will start period 3 short-handed here. Puck makes it towards the net. Westerman knocks it away. Near side boards, defensive zone, back up to point. Pass across, and Lobitz steps up and knocks it away into the offensive zone. Esterberg to Lobitz. Oh, he had him! Shoot! Unable to connect. They had the play set up on all wide open. Esterberg steals that one away. Brings has it knocked out. Hogan keeping pressure on, and here comes the Bison into the Knights defensive zone. Near side on the boards. Send it wide, far side boards, blue line. 10 seconds left in the period from the near side. Pass to the backside. Shot there, knocked away by Westerman. Buffalo gets it again. Turn, spin, shoots, knocked away. 2 seconds left in the period. And that is it. So at the period 2, Knights are down still 2-0. No goals given up during that period. They'll start period 3 with 46 seconds left on the penalty. 21 shots on goal overall for Buffalo, 15 for the Knights.
Well, now we got to regroup again. That was a good start to that period, and now we're kind of back at square one. Got to come out and kill 46 seconds. Got to stay disciplined. Everything you're seeing is just coming from the outside. Got to get guys into that great air area. Might take a dirty, gritty kind of grinding goal.
If we can figure out how to stay out of the penalty box for a little while, that'd be great.
That doesn't help us. That's that undisciplined play.
Yeah, and all of those penalties all came behind the play too. All right, Knights fans, so we'll be back in a few minutes. I'd like to take a few moments real quickly and thank our sponsors of hockey on the St. Michael Albertville Global Hockey Network. Our live stream sponsors are Cord Orthodontics. Cord Orthodontics, innovative orthodontics so you can love your smile. Albertville Family Dental, for dental care you can count on for your entire family. Bell Bank Mortgage, McKell Canotech, always advising to your why. Don't settle for less. Coburn's, now offering same-day grocery delivery powered by DoorDash. Community Development Bank, experience our spirit of service. Competitive Edge in Phoenix, small group or private high detail skill development without the added cost of ice time. Dale's Automotive, the best auto care and quality tires. Emma's Express, not just any convenience store. Step up counter and get a made-to-order sub too. Grease, Leinhardt, and Allen, attorneys with you every step of the way. Hat Trick Hockey, old business done right. For all your hockey needs, located right here in the arena. J. Becker and Associates, the electrical authority for residential spaces. Lazar Graphics and Apparel, for all your screen printing, embroidery, decal, and promotional product needs. Lazar Graphics and Apparel, for all your... I already did that one. Rally Gear, rally the team with Rally Gear. The River Inn, casual charm, historic ambiance, great clientele, amazing food and drinks. State Farm, Derek Brandt, your hometown agent. Derek Brandt, he loves this town. STMA Youth Hockey Association, promoting player growth and development to all future Knights and Riverhawks. Our scoreboard sponsors are Alina Healthcare, Health Source Chiropractic, J&B Group, Albertville Orthodontics, and Supersiders Roofing and Siding. We thank you all, Knights fans, for your watching of Knights hockey and your support of Knights hockey. We'd like to Say thank you to our executive producer, Dylan Kiner, our camera operator, Olivia Sutliff, our spotlight operator, Larry Matheson, our color commentator, Ben Monahan. I'm Jeff Story, voice of the Knights. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back in a few minutes with period 3.
Lay. Sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Kane is in the building.
Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Don't that shit that make you mad? They treat you like a slave, put chains all on your soul and put whips up on your back. They be lying through they teeth, hope you slip up off your path. I don't switch up, I just laugh, put my kicks up on they desk, unaffected by they threats. Then get busy on they ass. See, that's how that Chi-Town made me. That's how my daddy raised me. That glittering may not be gold, don't let nobody play me. If you are my homeboy, you never have to pay me. Go and put your hands up. When times is hard, you stand up. LUP the man, cause a brand that the fans trust. So even if they ban.
So 17 minutes on the clock here. Knights down 2-0. 21 shots on goal in total for Buffalo, 15 for the Knights. Knights will start the period on the penalty, first 46 seconds. Referees want to get this moving. Both teams out on the ice, and they blew that whistle real quickly. Off to their benches they go. Knights out into the ice. Westerman in goal. Waller, Lobitz, Cross, Kuetz. Waiting for the fifth skater here. Oh, no, there will be only 4. That's right. We're on the penalty here. So Waller will take the face off. He's going to have Lobitz to his right, Cross to his left, Kuet behind. Puck drops. Buffalo into the Knights. Defensive territory near side. They take the shot. It goes off a cross. Stays over on the near side. Buffalo dumps it down behind the nets. Back pass. Shot there. Knocked away by Westerman, near side corner. Pass back up to the captain, who sends it across the ice there for Buffalo. Buffalo making it towards the net. Shot and knocked away. Wow. Cross, I believe, jumped in there and knocked it away. And then they took another shot that went him to the netting. It was so, the net was so wide open that I think the guy went to swing and his muscles must have tightened up, and up into it goes. Woo! That's one that'll make you sweat right there. So Waller will take the face-off here. We got 6 seconds left on.
Am I on, Dylan? Yep.
The penalty. Here's a shot. Westerman knocks it away. Backhanded out by Kuet. Gets it up to Esterberg. Esterberg into the offensive zone. He sends it around and skates around to Skater, and Buffalo sends it around their own net. Near side up into neutral ice. Dumping it down near side corner. Makes it behind the net. Cross goes to send it, and we're going to have a penalty right away.
Another penalty?
This one on Cross. Once again, kind of behind the play.
This isn't helping our cause.
So the Knights just get off the penalty and go right back on one. Esterberg off the faceoff sends it down into neutral ice into the Knights offensive zone. So they call it 2 minutes for roughing. Buffalo back into the Knights defensive zone, coming almost unobstructedly towards the net before finally he was. Esterberg racing down into the offensive zone, short-handed, keeping the pressure on. Buffalo coming out through neutral ice into the Knights defensive zone towards the net, shot wide. Near side boards. Dumped down in. Tried to center it over. It was knocked away. Off the far side boards down into the Knights offensive zone. Knights won't go after it. They'll just change skaters, 109. And counting on the penalty for the Knights. Buffalo bringing into neutral ice in the Knights defensive zone. Near side, centered in. Knights able to get a stick in it to knock it away, but Buffalo remains control of it. Near side corner. Up the boards they come. Hand off as they come up the boards. Knights try to clear it out, but we're unable to. It comes into the center shot. Knocked away by Westwood. Puck sitting out there. Kindred just tried to get it out of there. Clark sends it away, but kept in by Buffalo from the near side shot. Westerman gets a stick on it, knocks it up it, makes its way out into neutral ice, does that puck. Buffalo grabs it there across the center line into the Knights defensive zone, near side towards the net, shot knocked away by Westerman. 20 seconds left on that penalty, and Kuet laying on the ice. He takes a shot there. No call there. Buffalo just keeping that puck in. Far side boards. Monahan able to disrupt, and Monahan sends it down the ice with authority. Knights back at full strength. Near side boards, defensive zone. Buffalo vertically sends it up into the Knights defensive zone. Johnson there with it. Sends it forward for Antoine. Antoine into the offensive zone. Buffalo gets just ahead and sends it around their own net. Far side, but gets away, and Volkanot keeps it. Sends it off the boards to rattle down. Volkanot comes out with it. Bateson able to grab it behind the net. He centers it up. It's knocked away. Bison into neutral ice. Back pass. Cross ice. Into the Knights defensive zone, and now into neutral ice and down into the Knights offensive zone. Goalie steps out, sends it across, far side. Vertically up. Tried to redirect it. Clark got a stick on it, and Buffalo sends it into neutral ice. Down in the Knights defensive zone. Clark with it behind his own net. Turn, spins, sends it vertically up. It's picked off. Buffalo dumps it down near side corner. Taken away by Waller and up into neutral ice right to a Bison. Vertically they come with that pass into the Knights defensive zone. Back pass shot high. Far side boards is that puck. Knights defensive zone now behind the net. Tries to center it. It goes off the back of the post. Makes it over to the far side boards. Down to the corner, right to Johnson. Johnson up to Lobitz, who redirects it to Waller. Braden Waller near side boards with it. Offensive zone. Has it knocked away. Esterberg had it, lost it. And here comes Buffalo into the Knights defensive zone. They center it over. Shot goes off a Couette. Waller sends it vertically forward. Gets up from Cross to Esterberg, back to Cross. Cross right towards the net. Shot deflects off the referee, and the puck just stops. Buffalo grabs it, and the Bison send it on a rainbow down the ice. Into the Knights defensive zone. Behind the net it goes. Far side, Dinius. Send the pass up for Esterberg, but Cross able to grab it off the deflection. He dumps it in. It goes near side, back behind the net. Goalie stops it there, passes it over far side, vertically up.
That could have been a
Down
trip
the
right
ice
there.
it comes.
And then send it to icing. That was pretty close. The secret to success the rest of the game, Jeff, is stay out of the box. Knights got to play disciplined hockey for 11 minutes. Got to start getting pucks in the net, on net. We got to start getting there for the rebounds. Like I said, it might take a dirty, mucky kind of goal right now. We got to get something going.
Dinius steps in, takes the face-off for the Knights. Puck makes it back to the blue line. Monahan sends it across. Johnson dumps it around behind the boards. Makes it to the far side. Dinius sends it forward, back behind the net. Buffalo passes it up. It makes it in neutral ice, and Johnson dumps it right back in. Far side corner coming up the boards. Dinius keeping pressure on, rainbowed up. And skating back now. Vertical pass up through neutral ice into the Knights defensive zone. Near side, Johnson applies pressure. Shot on, deflected away by Westerman. Pass across, intercepted by Kindred. Puck makes its way over to the near side boards. Dinius sends it into neutral ice. Buffalo with it there, and it's turned over. Dinius grabs it into the offensive zone. Shot and save.
That's where all those shots have been. That's what you like to see him do there. A shot's a shot, but throw it on his pads and let something kick out and see what happens. Throwing it into his chest right now, he's seeing that puck pretty big.
So we'll drop it in the Knights offensive zone. Antoine stepping in to take the face-off. Puck drops. Postma keeping the pressure on for the Knights. Up the far side boards. Couette steps in and sends it back behind the net. Volkanot there to grab it near side boards, back to the blue line. Clark sends it. It goes off of the skater for the Bison. Comes right back to Clark. He goes down the boards, takes a check there, and Buffalo clears it out. But it comes right to Antoine. Antoine in the defensive zone. He back passes it to Couette, who sends a pass up to Clark. Clark into the offensive zone near side. He stops there, sends it forward for Volkanot. Back and forth it goes in the corner. Postema comes out with it. Heading back behind the net. Puck comes up the near side boards. Buffalo comes out with it into neutral ice. Pass back to Antoine. Antoine with it. Over to Couette. Forward up to Clark, who touches it and goes down into the offensive zone. Cleared out real quickly. Center ice. Puck just sitting there. Tiernan grabs it from Buffalo, takes it into the Knights' offensive zone, and it's quickly taken away by Braden Waller. Back passes it to Johnson. Far side boards. Into neutral ice. Tiernan towards the net, passes up. Shot knocked away by Westerman. Point blank there, and Westerman able to survive that, knock that away. Near side boards down to the corner. Waller absorbs a hit. Tries to get a stick over there. Clark joins him. Gets it up to Estberg. Estberg passes off to Lobitz. Gets it out. Taken back by Buffalo, and they dump it back in. Comes right to Clark. Passes to the near side to Waller. Waller heading back towards the net. Now vertically up he comes off the far side boards, and Clark sends it diagonal up and out. Stripped away by Buffalo back into the Knights' defensive zone towards the net. They come shot. Deflected away by Westerman. Makes it to the far side corner. Passed across off the near side boards. From the blue line sent. Knocked away by Westerman. The leg pads. Another one shot away. Johnson just sends it out to neutral ice. Bison have it there. Back into the Knights' defensive zone. Shot. It goes off across. And Didius pitches it forward to Estberg. Estberg into the offensive zone. Estberg with a shot. Goes off the leg pads there and looked like it went up into the netting. We're gonna drop the puck here.
Fortunate call. They called them for gloving the puck. So offensive zone face off here for us.
Oh, gloving it and then just okay. So 7:25 left, period 3. Knights down 2-0. 30 shots on goal so far for Buffalo, 18 for the Knights. Hogan takes the faceoff for the Knights. Didius fighting for it down there in the corner. Back behind the net. Towards the far side boards. Up and out into neutral ice. Stopped there by Couette at his own blue line. He passes it back in his own defensive end to Cross. Cross to Hogan. Hogan to Didius on the near side in neutral ice. Knights back up into their own defensive zone. Couette with it. Sends it forward to Cross. Cross from center ice. Done. Goes around. Goalie steps back and stops it. Sends it over to the near side corner. And they send a diagonal pass up and down the ice. And behind the defense they are. Taking behind the net. Trying to center it up. But the Knights get back. From point now. Bison sending it. Goes off. And Hogan makes it to the near side corner. They center it up. Puck sitting out there right in front of the net. Hogan grabs it. Sends it to center ice, right to a Buffalo player. Dumps it back in. Changes skaters. Westerman hands it off behind his own net to Couette. Couette to Cross. Cross. Long pass up to Esterberg into the offensive zone. He centers it across for Lobitz, and it's broken up by the Bison. Back into the Knights' defensive zone. That one goes off at Johnson. Comes right out in front of the net and covered by Westerman. They drop the puck in the Knights' defensive zone on the near side here. 6:03 left in the period in game. Knights down 2-0. Braden Waller stepping in to take the face-off here. Here we go. Puck drops. Turned to spin. Tried to take the shot there, but it went wide. Near side, defensive zone. Johnson sends it forward for Esterberg. Esterberg hands it off to Waller. Waller dumps it in. Behind the net it is, and the goalie sends it back to the near side. Waller comes out with it. Braden turns right there. Braden goes to send it. Goes off of a Buffalo player. Sent from there by Monahan.
Just no traffic in front of that.
So the goalie with clear sight of that was able to just pull it right out of the air. 5:36 left in the period in game. Puck drops. Down to the corner it goes. Back behind the net. Near side boards up and down the ice. Clark going after it here. Sends it off the far side boards. Lobitz backhands it forward, caught in midair. And now the Knights get it back into the offensive zone. Comes Clark towards the net. Esterberg has it right in front, passes it right up in front of the net. Lobitz was trying to get to it there. Tiernan actually grabs it for the Bison and up into neutral ice. He comes into the Knights offensive zone on the near side, and we have an offsides. 5 minutes left to play. Knights gonna have to dig deep here and grab some energy. Looks like Antoine stepping in to take the face-off. Puck drops. And Dinius to his left. Guy's holding onto his stick there, but Dinius able to break free. Near side corner, Clark sends it around the boards. Buffalo sends it back down towards the corner, centered it in. Nice couple of really nice passes there by the Bison. Back down behind the net. They try to center it, and Couette stops it there. Pass to the backside, and ooh, that was
wide
open.
back door.
Woo. And
We're going to get a
Volkanov gets
timeout
taken out.
and a power play. Actually, they should have taken a timeout because none of the guys were on the ice. So we're going to get a power play here.
So Griffin Lind will go into the penalty box. He's trying to argue his case. That one we actually could see. He hit Volkanov, took him out from behind there. So we'll drop it in the Knights offensive zone. Far side, puck drops. Down to the corner it goes. Sent around the net by Buffalo. Near side boards, pass across. Off the glass, down the ice. Westerman steps out, stops it there. Moves it over behind the net. Couette grabs it. 1:46 left in the power play. Gets to Waller, back to Couette. Couette swinging a miss there, but he still has the puck. Sends it over near side to Johnson. Johnson into the offensive zone. Off the boards, back to Couette. Couette just sends it right from there. Knocked away by the goalie. Ricochets off. Waller sends it around behind the net. Far side, kept in by Volkanov. Sends it over to Waller on the near side. Tries to send it, and it goes off of a player for Buffalo. Buffalo steps in, and they just send it down the ice. Ricocheted off, stopped by Volkanov. He passes it, or excuse me, Westerman, who passes it up to Volkanov. Volkanov into neutral ice. Into the offensive zone near side. Volkanov very fast. Has it knocked away, but Johnson grabs it out of midair. Tries to center it up. It goes to a Buffalo player, and they send it down the ice. Westerman up to Couette. It comes. 46 seconds left on the power play. Waller to Couette. Couette to Johnson. Back to Couette. Dumping it in right to Buffalo, and they send it back down into the Knights defensive zone. 30 seconds to play. Buffalo keeping pressure on there. Volkanov coming up the ice. Cross to Esterberg. Dumped it down around the net. Stepped back there to the goal, and he sends it up off the far side back to neutral ice. Dinius grabs it there.
We got 6 guys on the ice, Jeff.
So we have an empty net.
Yep, here we go. That's an icing, though. Now you're going to take a timeout. They're going to put the same 5 guys out there. Team's been on the ice, I think, for 3 minutes right now. I don't even know what you have for a line. Is he not calling a timeout? They're dropping the puck. You got 3 defensemen on the ice. I'm not too sure what they got cooking here.
Down into the Knights' offensive zone goes the puck. Far side corner. Up the ice it comes, and the Knights pull their goalie. And we are going to have an icing call. 2:15 left in the period in game. So we'll have Hogan step in and take the face-off. Dinius to his left. Mobitz and Esterberg to the right. Johnson and Couette behind, and we have an empty net.
There it is, right there.
There's the empty net goal. Off the face-off, it comes right to Harvey Yilitalo. He sends it down the ice and very accurately gets the empty net goal for the Bison at the 2:11 mark left in the period in game to put the Bison up 3-0.
Well, Jeff, this pretty much wraps up the 8-9 matchup for us. So we'll be playing a section game February 17th.
Hogan into the offensive zone. Lost his glove there. Into neutral ice. Knights defensive zone right to Johnson. Back into neutral ice. Goes right to a Bison skater. And Johnson is down in the Knights offensive zone. He's having a hard time getting up there. He's keeled over as he makes it towards the bench. Johnson in clear pain. Hogan trying to go towards the bench of Buffalo, and into the penalty box he goes. So Coach Hinderman opening the door and talking to Hogan a little bit there. One of the things Coach Hinderman talked about before this game was discipline.
What was that?
One of the things Coach talked about when I talked to him earlier was discipline, and that this team, as they're growing, has to figure out a way to keep their discipline and become more disciplined.
They haven't played very disciplined, that's for sure. And they've tried to bring a physical presence, but it's one thing to go around and just hit guys. You still got to play the puck. You got to be skilled with the puck. You can't. When you have the puck, we have to treat it like it's $1 million and possess the puck as much as we can. We get the puck and we throw it. I mean, in all honesty, you watch this and we just look, like you said, discombobulated. We look like we don't have any rhyme or reason as to what we're doing. And we're just out there running around, and we're chasing the puck here, we're chasing the puck there. We got guys putting in 4-minute shifts, 3-minute shifts. Like, that just doesn't work at the high school level. It's not good when you hockey games. Here you're down 3-0, you're getting outplayed by Buffalo again. I think in Buffalo we got outshot like 45-20 or something. Like, you kind of got to sit down and maybe just look at what this team is, what we have. We're a young team, and you know, here again, we got some of the same guys playing again. I don't know if some of the guys have left the ice in the last 4 minutes here. So you're down 3-0, the minute 23 left. I'm not sure. I didn't see the hit. Jack Johnson obviously got hit pretty rough to where Hogan took exception to it. But I don't know. What are we on, about 7 penalties on the game right now?
Oh, at least.
Around there? I mean,
yep, for sure.
When you're 5 and whatever, like we are, 4 and whatever, you're not going to win games when you're taking 7 penalties.
5 and 15. Soon to be 5 and 16. Behind the net. Buffalo with it. Pass up, shot, backside, wrapping. So Hogan took exception with that hit and reacted, making the Knights shorthanded, and Buffalo makes the Knights pay. And now you see a mass exodus from the crowd. Antoine stepping in to take the face-off. It's dumped in, ricochets off the wall, back wall. Monahan sends it around behind the boards, far side, passed over to the near side. Dinius had it. Buffalo grabs it back. Westerman behind his own net, and we have a quick call here.
And another undisciplined penalty.
So Easton Monahan going into the penalty box. Theme of the night, being in the penalty box for the Knights.
If I'm coaching this team tomorrow in practice, it's a hard bag skate all day. And if you don't like it, then you don't play Saturday. The message has to get sent to this team that you have to come and bring your lunch pail to the rink. You got to be willing to work hard. You got to stay disciplined. And if you make those errors of undisciplined hockey, you're helping the other teams. And you got to walk into the rink every game understanding you're outmatched. We're outsized. We're young. Every team is bigger than us. So how are you going to outwork, or how are you going to counter that? By working hard, keeping the game simple.
So 39.2 seconds left. The Knights will end this game shorthanded. No, they will indeed. There we go. Now they got puck drops. They had a fifth skater on the ice, and they had to wait till one of them left. Rainrowed up and down the ice by Cross into the Knights offensive zone, 27 seconds. Long diagonal pass. Buffalo into the Knights defensive zone. That one stopped by Dinius. Shot knocked away by Westerman, far side boards. Down to the corner, pass in, broken up by Dinius. Dinius up into neutral ice, and that one goes off a cross and goes into the Knights offensive zone, and that is the horn. That ends the period in game. Knights lose it 4-0. 33 shots on goal for Buffalo, 21 shots on goal for the Knights. There was a theme of tonight: penalty box, penalty box, penalty box, penalty box.
Yeah, you like to try and find some positives always, but I don't know, when you sit back and look at this, I don't know what positives you find there. I think you got to kind of go back to the basics maybe, and just understand that you got to be a lunch pail kind of team. I mean, Saturday we played Bemidji. We still got to play Edina and Minnetonka again. Eden Prairie again.
Yep.
So, those are games you're not going to walk in and think you're going to win. So you just got to go and do things easy and simple, outwork them, find maybe 2-3 goals every game. Like, hey, this is what we want to accomplish today. Against an Edina, Wayzata, Minnetonka, maybe it's 20 shots on net. Maybe we stay out of the box. Don't give up any power play goals to them, and just have a little bit of goals that you can try and find. And if you achieve those, then it was a successful game. But I don't know. It doesn't get any easier from here.
So the Knights drop one tonight, 4-0 to Buffalo, their rival and next town over too. Get a chance to redeem themselves on Saturday against Bemidji. I believe it's a 3 o'clock game, if I remember right. 3 o'clock game on Saturday?
3 o'clock game Saturday, Bemidji. Yep, here. I believe it's Spirit night, so might need Dylan to be running the broadcast while we're down there going on the ice or something, but it, 3 o'clock game Bemidji. Win or lose section-wise, I don't know if that really matters. We're probably destined for the 8-9 seed now no matter what.
So tonight's executive producer was Dylan Kiner. Larry Matheson was our spotlight operator. Our camera operator was Olivia Sutliff. Kelly Story was on stats. I'm Jeff Story, voice of the Knights. We'll see you on Saturday for games against Bemidji. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate you for doing that. We'll see you Saturday. Welcome back on Saturday. And what can we say? Knights dropped one 4-0, and they'll come back Saturday and try again. Thanks for watching exclusive coverage of Knights hockey on the St. Michael Albertville Global Hockey Network. For all of you who stayed with us to the end, we thank you. We thank you for your support of these young men of this high school. and to everybody that participates. Thank you once again. We'll see you Saturday.